TikTok ban just got a lot more serious, and I don't think anyone saw this coming.
So there's updates on the TikTok ban in the US, and yeah, let's talk about it. So much update is coming up in the past couple of hours, so let's get into it. Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video, we won't talk about TikTok. We have been hearing the rumor. I already did a video a couple of weeks ago talking about how TikTok is going to be banned on the 19th of January this year, which is just a couple of days away. I think about 8 days away. And this has gotten the entire TikTok and the entire internet in a hot mess because everybody is worried because there's a lot of uncertainty that is coming up with it because we don't even know if it's really going to be banned or not. But now there's an update, and it's most likely that TikTok will be banned because there was a sitting down with the government, and there was this argument talking about freedom of speech, how TikTok doesn't allow the American users to have freedom of speech because they censor and they take out content that they feel like it's not sensitive, which also is an infringement to freedom of speech, which kind of makes sense. So this has gotten a lot of people. There was a seat that got live and a lot of people was in it. So this really struck a whole big conversation about this old TikTok strike, and people are letting us know what is the way forward, what are the possibilities, and if this app is going to be banned. And for me, it's really like scary to know that TikTok might be banned in the US in a couple of days. I know I'm not in the US, but anyway, guys, let me know what you think about TikTok being banned. Are you excited? Will you miss TikTok? Let me know. Or will you miss the Americans in TikTok? Let me know down in the comment section. So let's go check people's thoughts on this and giving us more updates on the situation. And then I'll come back and share what I think about TikTok being banned in the US, and if I think that if the American content creators on TikTok, if they will survive in other apps. Anyway, guys, let's go check it out, and then we'll come back and talk more.
TikTok ban just got a lot more serious, and I don't think anyone saw this coming. For a while, people have been saying, oh, even if it gets banned, it'll still be on your phone, you could still use it. No. TikTok just announced if the Supreme Court doesn't stop the ban, they will just cease operations of the app. Not only will it be off the App Store, TikTok themselves are shutting down the app. They're presenting their case in front of the Supreme Court tomorrow morning, and it needs to go away. I personally think that the Supreme Court will just put a pause on the ban. But if they don't, TikTok will be gone next week.
Am I sad about the
That's
TikTok
crazy.
ban? Yes. But also, do I have to give props and respect to this guy for standing on business? Like, he won't let America bully him. He's like, no, I'm not selling. America tries to bully their way into literally everything good, and he won't allow it. And honestly, like, good for you. Like, stand on it.
So I've been on the live stream now for TikTok at the Supreme Court for about 56 minutes now, listening live to what's happening in the hearing. I'm here to update you on what's going on. As a full-time content creator, I'm concerned. The Supreme Court is using TikTok's policies against them, and I have to be unbiased here and say that the Supreme Court is not wrong. TikTok is arguing that the Supreme Court is violating users as well as TikTok's ability to have the free speech, right? Our right to free speech. They're saying that by the Supreme Court wanting to get rid of the app, that they are violating the First Amendment. And the Supreme Court turned around and rebutted and said, when you feel that you need to protect your users, you guys moderate the content. You guys on TikTok are in fact violating free speech every time you moderate a comment, you take a video down, and you do it out of the safety of your users, and you're not violating free speech because you're doing it to protect the whole. That's what we're doing as the Supreme Court. We're trying to protect the whole. It's not looking good, and their arguments are valid on both sides.
Other than
Okay.
TikTok being banned and it being like a whole thing of free speech and everything, the amount of creativity I feel like will be lost when TikTok is gone because people just won't feel like they need to move to a different app. Please.
Sure.
Please. I have seen people do amazing things on this app, create insane things that get me inspiration to do more things. I just wish y'all would please go to Instagram or YouTube Shorts or any form of content.
Can't
Because
be
people are
like
so
it.
creative on this app. People are so smart. They're so creative. They make businesses happen. Like when TikTok started blowing up in 2020 and I saw people's lives go from 0 to 100 by 2025, I would love to see that again. Okay? It really won't. It might get banned. It might get pushed back. We don't know. But goddamn, the creativity on this app is unmatched.
Okay, so now that we know that TikTok more than likely is possibly going to get banned on the 19th, of course, praying for a miracle. I know that y'all want to believe that people who are creators on TikTok aren't going to thrive anywhere else. But I'm here to let you know that it's not true. Before TikTok, people was arguing on Facebook, people was getting dragged on Twitter. TikTok has a secret formula recipe with this algorithm where it feels like everyone is included. Like that is the secret sauce that they want, that other social media platforms have yet to have. But this is like stuff that we see on TikTok had been happening before, because people were like, oh, the foolishness that gets on TikTok, you can't do it on Instagram Reels. Yeah, you can. The only thing is Instagram Reels might eat you alive, whereas TikTok, because they're entertained, they're going to uphold the nonsense, so to speak. But like TikTok makes it feels like you're watching the drama in a movie theater. Like that's the best way I can describe it. Like TikTok is a movie theater, and you could go from different rooms with other people who like that content. So to think like, oh, some of these people's favorite content creators won't make it elsewhere. Yeah, they can. It's up to them if they want to do it, because I've seen so many content creators saying, you know what, this is a part-time job for me. I was paying my car note a couple times. I was able to pick up my camera and do what I want to do. Now that option is gone, I just don't want to do it. Like, that's them making a personal choice, saying that they don't want to move their content over to a different platform because they don't like it. Like, what? People who don't even post on TikTok are always saying that they hate the Instagram algorithm, and they don't even post. So that's just common knowledge, whether you're a content creator, influencer, or a person that just happens to be on the apps. TikTok was top tier for a fucking reason. And people who are saying that, bitch, you could be talking about yourself. Like, you're saying, oh, like, y'all, you know, your favorite creators aren't going to make it on other platforms. Sister, you could be talking about you. You may very well not make it to the next platform. But anyways, like, now that TikTok is going on to an end, like, I'm very glad I got on the bandwagon that I did. Of course, I wish I would have started making videos beforehand. But yeah, like, now that I was like, oh, Alexa, you can get paid from your content and your views, it may fuel me to actually do more work to get on other platforms. But yeah, I just don't like that rhetoric. Because at the end of the day, even though people are acting like they want to get rid of this app, you know deep down well, you do not want to get rid of this app. This algorithm is so addicting. The only thing that I'm happy for is now that I'll have a longer attention span, because TikTok completely killed that. But yeah, like, you guys love it here. You love this app. I'm telling you, you do like it, or else you would already divested, and you didn't. And it's okay to say that. I like TikTok. I like everything that comes with it. I like it. Like, what? I'm a messy bitch. Like, sue me.
Here is some information on the TikTok ban that you might not know yet, because I did not know any of this until today. First of all, I was under the impression, like many others, that if TikTok was banned, it would take about 270 days to take effect. So we would still have access to TikTok for that 270 days. Apparently, that is not the case. If there is a ban on TikTok, it would start on January 19th, and it could most likely be a full blackout, which means the US servers would stop working for TikTok, which means the app would be inaccessible. I don't know exactly what this would look like, but I imagine that if you opened the app, you just wouldn't be able to load your page and you wouldn't be able to post on it. Would this be able to be bypassed via VPN? I am not sure. So what does this mean if you're a creator? Here is what I'm gonna do. There is a way to download all of your videos that are on TikTok onto your phone or onto a hard drive or a laptop. Personally, I'm going to take all my videos from TikTok, download them to a hard drive so I have all of them in one place stored safely, and then start re-uploading them onto YouTube Shorts. I'm also going to do this with Reels and Lemonade, but Lemonade is also owned by ByteDance, so that might go away as well, but it's worth trying. The way you can do this is following these directions, and it'll take a few days for them to approve your request to download your videos, so start doing it now before the app gets banned. On to my next point. I have listened to most of the Supreme Court hearing from today. It's a lot of information to take in for one person, so I was having a little bit of a hard time keeping track, but here are my takeaways that I noticed. 1, the only point that was discussed and debated on is, does the TikTok ban infringe on an American's right to free speech? There was no talk on the risk of Americans losing income from the TikTok ban because, as you guys know, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people make money from TikTok. I don't know if they just didn't think that point was pertinent, or if it wasn't like the overall issue they wanted to discuss, or if they just weren't allowed to discuss it because it's not a constitutional right to be able to make money from TikTok. But it is a constitutional right to have free speech. What I found interesting was they weren't just talking about an American's right to free speech, they were talking about TikTok's right to free speech. Because TikTok, or ByteDance, uses a very specific algorithm to promote content, the argument was that if you take away the app's right to use this algorithm via banning ByteDance, you take away TikTok's right to free speech, if that makes sense. Now, what they were trying to argue for TikTok was, okay, if you have a problem with, say, China controlling the information that is being put out on TikTok, you should have China disclose that, or ByteDance disclose that to the users of TikTok. And that's enough. That disclosure should be enough to then leave it up to the American to make the decision on if they want to use the app, or disclose, like, if they're using data or whatever. That disclosure should be enough rather than a full-on ban. Anyways, I think the main thing that they're worried about with TikTok is security risk via data breaching to China. And TikTok basically said, we're not going to do that. Like, stop. We're not going to do that. What I think, personally, this is my own personal thing, is that TikTok really, really, really annoys the US government because they have no control over it, right? Things like Meta, Instagram, Facebook, all that, that is under slight control of the US government. They know the people that own it. They can deal with the people that own it directly. ByteDance, not the same scenario. Now, will a US company just buy TikTok? Could that happen? Maybe. I'm not completely sure. I wish I had all the answers. This is just what I know. From my understanding, one, you'd have to have a buyer. So who knows? Maybe Elon will buy it or something. I don't know.
No.
But then ByteDance would have to release its information on the algorithm that it uses to that new company, or else TikTok wouldn't be the same. So they could buy the app, but I don't know if they can buy the algorithm that the app uses, because that is what makes TikTok so unique and so special, is this algorithm that we all know and love. So to summarize, it does look like there might be a full ban on TikTok. If that does take effect, it could be a full blackout on January 19th. So what you should do, download your videos from TikTok, start reposting them to other platforms. Don't panic, because there also could be a chance that when Trump gets enacted into office on the 21st, he could apply or say, we are going to wait 3 months to really mull this over more. I don't think he could completely overrule the ruling, but he could enact a delay, if that makes sense, a 3-month delay. So, yeah. Not gonna lie, it is quite a big bummer. I started using TikTok when I was 18 and had just bought a van that I was gonna live out of. And flash forward, I'm 23 now. I lived in that van and traveled the world for 4 years. I live in a house now, and I would not be possible without TikTok. I've been able to make a living on this app. I've been able to promote my brand on this app. I've been able to make friends from this app. Like, this app quite literally changed my entire life. I'm very fortunate that this is not my only source of income anymore, because if it was, that would suck. And I know that this is a lot of people's main source of income. Anyway, I'm thankful that I moved over to this year, because it takes the pressure off a little bit, but it's still a big bummer. Anyways, if you want to follow me, I'm going to leave my handles here. I'll be posting on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, all that kind of stuff. Please go over there and follow me. I'm going to freaking miss you guys so much. This is not fair. But anyway, I hope that helps. I hope that information helps. I know it's a big bummer. Don't panic. It'll be okay.
So please go down in the comment section and let me know what you think about this new update that's going on about the TikTok ban, and what are your thoughts. I know we've had this conversation, but now it's almost like it's really happening. It's like 19 is just a couple of days away. And yeah, let me know your thoughts about this. Are you on TikTok? Do you love TikTok? Do you like the TikTok algorithm? And do you think TikTok creators will be able to transit to other apps? Go down in the comment section. Excuse me. Go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think. So for me personally, if they ban TikTok, it's going to break my heart, because you guys know I get a lot of content from there, a lot of inspiration from there, a lot of good conversation. And the truth is that TikTok algorithm, nobody has it. Yes, YouTube has YouTube Shorts, there's Reels, but it's never like TikTok. TikTok is just so organic. Somebody that you don't know, you will see their story, and the algorithm of TikTok is just amazing. And I just hope that they don't ban it, especially the US people. I know, yes, it does not affect me. I'm not in the US, I'm in Nigeria. It doesn't affect me. But the truth is that I love the US people on TikTok. Like, they are the ones just even making that app more fun than ever. So taking that away, it's just going to be like, I don't know how TikTok is going to be without the US people on it. I don't know. And I don't think it will ever be the same, because whether anybody likes it or not, I'm like, give credit to whether anybody likes it or not, the US creators on TikToks are the ones that kind of pioneered the TikTok app, that made TikTok app what it is today. I know everybody used it, everybody enjoyed it, but I would say they kind of push TikTok for where people are speaking up their mind, people are making, having communities and all that. So it's really going to be a bumper, like really not having the US content creator anymore on the app. And then also talking about how if they'll be able to transit to other apps and all that. I think, see, for me personally, I feel like anything is possible if you put your mind to. Yes, the algorithm will not be like TikTok. Obviously, it's not TikTok. But as a content creator from TikTok that wants to transit to YouTube, Facebook, and all that, the algorithm is not the same. So you just have to be more patient. There's going to be a lot of frustration coming in and all that. So just be, let me get this thing off my ear. Just be patient, because like YouTube algorithm, it just needs you to be patient and all that. TikTok algorithm, you might just even post a video that you don't even want to go viral, it will go viral. So and the way you can easily stitch, you can follow up a story. Like, TikTok algorithm is just there. It just sits. Like, you can't even. Do I think TikTok? Why am I choking? Do I think TikTok should have sold to an American company? I don't think so. Like, there's really no need for that, because I just feel like the American government just want to control everything and everyone. So I'm with TikTok 10 toes. They shouldn't sell. They should not sell. The other lady was saying Elon Musk. Elon Musk, where? We saw what he did to Twitter. Hell no. But I really hope Trump can really revert it, and it's not like it really. And the fact that a lot of American content creators make so much money off that app, even though it's not all over the world, but yes, majorly American content creators make so much money off the app. It's really a drawback. And like the other lady said, nothing was talked about how this is a source of income from a lot of Americans. So you can clearly see that there's a propaganda going on. Personally, this is my personal opinion. This is meant, like, governments can't phantom the fact how much people make online, on like working their regular 9 to 5 and clocking in and all that. And that has made a lot of people be financially freedom. That have made a lot of people to be financially free, that people are doing their own thing, they are not clocking in anymore. And that's not really good for the government if you think about it, like for the workforce and all that, and adding up to the low birth rate and all that. It's not good for the government, because who's going to do those factory work? Who's going to do those warehouse work when when half of the people are already creating content and making so much money? This is also happening in Nigeria. This is also happening in Nigeria, where like the government are trying to come for content creators, because they just feel like you make so much more than what the average Nigeria will make, or the average 9 to 5 that goes to work, sit in traffic will make. You make it from your bedroom. And the fact that it's usually young people in their early 20s that are making so much money on this social media app, it doesn't sit well with this government. The only thing is that they know they can take away the entire internet away from us, because they need it, we all need it. So they're going to try and carve out revenues of making fun. So I really hope, there's a video, I don't know, that video is not here. There was a video of a creator that was talking about how people should not support Facebook or Meta, because Meta is the reason why they want to ban TikTok and other. Do I think so? I just feel like America wants to control everything. That's just my own take on it. So with that, let me know what you'll be doing if you're in the US now that TikTok is likely to be banned. what are your way forward? What app will you be using? Another person was suggesting that we use Snapchat. I don't know how Snapchat work. I've never even used I only use Snapchat to do short videos for my own memories. I don't even know how to post on Snapchat. So yeah, I think maybe I'll have to go and learn on that, because I really miss my American content creators on TikTok, like big time. Yeah, it's really heartbreaking for me. I really hope like the Americans content creators, they can stick together and probably do a protest against it, because this is your income, this is your livelihood that they are trying to take away from you. So please guys, don't let it go. Anyway guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thought. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversations. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.